NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go, let's go! Here we go. Yo. Here we go, 47. Hey, we got Mike 50, Bring it.
Prescott on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Wide, get wide. Check 31. Check.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got some space here. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On second down, Prescott again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Christian Kirk, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. 5-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rush.
And this is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback...
And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Johnson was the intended receiver. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Oh, here we go. All right, watch the eye.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. Prescott now, option right. Now they'll pitch it out here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Second and 5 now. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian Kirk with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second and 9, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This is caught at the 20. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
14, got it. Mike's 5-4. Don't get it. Got it. Switch.
Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. Now Rashad Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got it. Right there.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, you got deep?
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels. Break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson, he gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
Hey, 47. Minus 50.
A first down throw for Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We're going to 53.
Prescott steps away. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And let's get that home. Check 43. Kill. Right there, 54, right? Okay. Silver. Here we go, 46. Check 13. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time. Alert.
They run it with Carson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, zero. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Throwing on second and 14. Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He may try and run for this. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. This time Wilson will throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Bo Scarborough, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Let's get it. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Kill. 47. Go. Get out there. 50.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Good job.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They go read option with Wilson, and he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw this time. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing. Prescott. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. This is Johnson. He's got it. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try to fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the safety creep. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They run again with Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey, 0.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
I got you, boy.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. To throw again on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
Prescott to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll find Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, move the team. Check 55, Mike.
Wilson to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 0.
Here's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing now is Wilson. And he finds Penny. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Prescott now, option right. Prescott stripped. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, the 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 10-yard line. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 4 and 8. 54. Mike, 54. Man, I got you. Here we go, 47. 54. Mike, 54. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's look double count right here, double count.
This is Carson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is
I think this is a free play for Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
55's my guy, 55. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's checking.
On the counter, Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up